Hello everybody and welcome to another mystery box function challenge. In the purple mystery box there is some math and your challenge is to figure out what it is. You can use the link in the description to try this out, and when you think you've got an idea, come on back, see if we get the same thing. All right, let's begin with a 0. Okay, so 0 is 1 1/3 it looks like. How about a 1? Is 2/3, okay. How about a 2? 0, so this is looking linear so far. It looks like it's going down at a slope of negative 2/3. How about a 3? Oh, and now we've gone up. So maybe this is an absolute value function. Let's just put a couple more points in here. I'm going to put it in 4. Let's put something pretty far out on the negatives. Let's put in a negative 6. Okay, and let's put in an 8. Okay, yeah, it looks to me like we've got a pretty classic V shape of an absolute value function. A couple of things have been done to it though. It's been, first of all, it's been moved over from the origin here. So y equals the absolute value of x would be centered right here at the origin, but we've moved over 2 to the right. So what that means, let's sketch out our function here, is that inside the absolute value brackets, we're going to subtract 2. To move in a positive direction, you actually subtract 2 inside the brackets. So that should take care of this part. And then it definitely looks a little wider than we're used to seeing. And to find out this multiplier, which I think is going to be a fraction, you would want to look at the slope of the line. And we already noticed here it was sloping down at a rate of negative 2/3. Here it's going to be sloping upwards at 2/3. So we go from 0 to 2/3 when we move from 2 to 3, and another 2/3 up here. So that means our multiplier is going to be 2/3. So you can get that multiplier by the slope of your line here. We know it's going to be a positive 2/3 because this opens upward. If it opened downward, it would be negative 2/3. Once you've got all of that put together, you might want to test a point or two just to double check. So if I put, well, let's go ahead and put in a 2. So 2 minus 2 would be 0. And 0 times 2/3 is going to be 0. So there we are at 2, 0. So that checks out. That's pretty easy. Let's try this point. It gives us a whole number here, so this might be a good one to try. So that is the point 84. So we'll put in an 8 for x. So 2/3 times 8 minus 2 absolute value. Well, 8 minus 2 is 6, and the absolute value of 6 is just 6. So it's 6 times 2/3. And you could, let's see, I'm going to just go ahead and divide the 6 by the 3. Canceling out the 3, that leaves a 2. 2 times 2 is 4, and that's exactly what we got. So I think we can be confident about this one. Let's reveal, and there it is. F of x equals 2/3 times the absolute value of x minus 2, and we can graph that as well. A nice shallow V shape of that absolute value function. Well, how did that go for you? Did you get absolute value? Let me know. Thanks, everybody.